Hello, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a little while since I made a video. Today we're going to do the next 5 issues of the 1973 Ford Falcon XB GT. The one that's just like MadMax. And let's see. Here's the chassis. Chassis coming along good. I think we're going to be doing the first spring, leaf spring on here. Let me do this. Let me bring you to the overhead and we'll get... Alright, first will be issue 28. Is one of the leaf springs. There's a leaf spring mount. There's a shock and spring mount. There's 2 pins in here. We take them out now. Then we have DSO6 and DSO5 screws. I'm sorry, PS. PSO5 and a DSO6. Let me move these parts here. Let me bring the chassis up. There's the chassis. First thing we're going to do is put this in. And that's held in with a PSO5. It screws in from the other side. Let me hold this and flip it over. That's done. Bring the spring over. Long part of the spring goes towards the rear. Let me take a pin. And that's going to go. It's only one hole. There, that pin's in. Now we're going to put the front pin in. There, let me squeeze that in. There, that's complete. Next, we're going to take the spring saddle, and that's going to go on just like so. And that's held in with two DSO6 screws. There's one. There's two. That's all there is to do in that stage. Let's take the chassis and set it aside for now. Next, we're going to bring over stage 29. Looks like we're going to be putting one of the back wheels together. There's the wheel studs, lug nuts. We have some DSO2 screws. Two wheel halves. This is metal, this is metal. This one is plastic. So, I'm pretty sure this goes just like so. I could be wrong. Now that would be correct. And then this goes on top of here. Like so. And that's held in with three what I say they were, DSO2 screws. This is going into metal, so I'm going to put a little bit of oil on it. one. Not tighten them all the way down until I get all three in. Two. All right, there's one rim. Set this aside. Now I'm going to be going on to stage 30, which is the wheel. That wheel's pretty large. There's also a wheel nut. A cap. Cap for the center. This I'm going to have to get some hot water so I could soften it up to get this inside there. They're not easy. They're some fun. All right, I will be right back. All right, let's give it a try. There, rim is in. Boy, they're a mother. There it is. Lug nuts go in. There that is. Then there's a center cap, which can't go on until you mount the wheel. And that's all there is to do in that stage. Stage 31. Looks like we have a brake drum, a backing plate. Looks like a shock possibly. PSO8. That's a pin. Take the pin, sit it there. PSO8. It's a flange screw. We have a DS12, that's also a flange screw. And the last screw is a PSO5. All right, let me bring the chassis back up. This will be the right rear wheel, which is this wheel here. It's like we start off with the shock. We mount it into this bracket and then push a pin in. There, that's in. Next, this is going to get mounted right here. It's going to get held in with the PSO5 screw. And that's held in from the other side. There you go, that's in. Turn it back over. That's held in with a PSO8 screw. 08's this flange screw right here. Bring the shock up to the shock mount. There. That's in. This is the completed assembly. The brake parts, we just hold on for till next time. Let's move on to the last stage of this build today. So we're going to install the right rear wheel arch. Here it is. Let me open it up. Here's the wheel arch. Should be a simple install. Just like that. And that's held in with DS02 screws. Actually, we're not going to put this on first. We're actually going to mount the brake assembly, which the backing plate's going to go on like this. You can only go on one way, just like that. And you're going to have the brake drum, which is going to go on like so. Then the wheel's going to go on. That's held in with a DS12 screw. There. One wheel's on. Let me open up the center cap. There. That's held on by a magnet. That's one wheel on and brake. Let me sit this down again. Now I can put the wheel arch on. Wheel arch is held on by four DSO screws. It's going in a metal. Let me put a little oil on these. There. And that's done. And that's the last stage of these. I'm going to go back up to the tripod camera, and on Hatchett's Ford Falcon Apocalypse Edition, this is all we did for today. Leaf springs in, shocks in, one wheel is done, and it has a wheel arch on it. Coming along very nice. It's getting pretty heavy. And until next time, if you can, please like, subscribe, and comment. I'd like to know what you think. Should I keep building this on YouTube? I'm enjoying it. I hope you are. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Peace, and I will speak to you later. Goodbye.